From a packed Greenfield Central High School, we welcome you to Hoosier Hysteria on IHSAAsports.org. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, a dandy matchup. The championship game of this regional, the Winchester Golden Falcons, with a record of 21-3, looking to make a return to Conseco Fieldhouse in a couple of weeks, take on the upstart Lawrenceburg Tigers, a sparkling 21-3 record for Lawrenceburg as well. It marks the first winning season for Lawrenceburg in 7 seasons. Mark James and Bob Lovell bringing you all the action tonight. And Coach, doesn't get any better than this.
No, actually it doesn't. I mean, you look at it, here it is. It's March, and we're playing basketball. We have obviously a rescheduled game. It's a little different. It's a Tuesday night, but as you pointed out, Mark, great crowd. Two teams, record-wise, obviously even. I think in terms of how they approach the game, very, very similar. It's a ball game between two teams that deserve to be here. Two very talented teams, I think, both capable of making it to Conseco Fieldhouse. The problem is one of them's only going to survive tonight.
Winchester's Golden Falcons, led by Tyler Cook, their outstanding 6'4" junior. He impressed us about a month ago or so when on a cold wintry night we watched him warm up the Winchester Gymnasium. Lawrenceburg, many didn't expect them to be here. As I said, Coach, the first time in 7 seasons that they finished above 500, and boy, did they, 21-3. A nice balance of youth and experience from Mike Pratt in his 15th season.
Well, Mike Pratt has done a wonderful job with that youth and experience, as you talked about. And, Doug Seymour is their leader, scores about 14 a game. They got good balance with Sean Powell, Sean Snyder, 3 double-figure scores. But as you pointed out, Mark, Tyler Cook is the guy. He is the straw that stirs the drink, the engine that drives the train, whatever cliche you want to use. Extremely talented. It's a veteran ball club. Played for the championship a year ago. Very few things rattle them. They play up-tempo, and I think that's going to be one of the big keys in the ball game.
Well, Lawrenceburg, a winner over Eastern Hancock to get here, and Heritage Christian put quite a scare into Winchester over the course of the contest last night.
They did, and that's one of the factors. You got a short turnaround time for Lawrenceburg. They had a great ball game, very emotional, very draining ball game. Got to go back down to southeastern Indiana, try to focus on your schoolwork, come back here. I think that's one of the big keys. I'm sure Chip Mahaffey telling his kids, get them early. Let's try to get them, because it's going to, I think, take a little bit of time for Mike Pratt and his kids to kind of get into this flow because of the strain that's been on them.
Talk about similarities, both 21-3, both last lost on January 18th.
Well, it's one of those kinds of things where you can't script it any better.
Winchester with the basketball. They will control the tip. Baseline drive to the left. They are in the white uniforms, black trimmed in orange for the Lawrenceburg Tigers. Mike Pratt, 160-72 in his 15th season. Chip Mahaffey, his 19th season overall, this 12th at Winchester, 218-64 his record.
But it's a little zone, obviously, a little matchup zone that Lawrenceburg starts with. Great pressure on the ball by Tim Fair, and a steal.
Jim Fair lays it up and in, gets his ball club on the board. Fair's in the backcourt along with Adam Belmer. Sean Powell, Doug Seymour, and Sean Snyder round out the starters for Lawrenceburg. Winchester starters, Tyler Cook, Brock Ward, Andrew Haney, Daniel Maggart, and Lucas Wickersham.
Well, it's a very aggressive zone, Mark. That's what the thing you like about it.
17-footer in the corner, nothing but net. 3-pointer for Tyler Cook.
Have we seen this before? This is just deja vu with the way the kid can absolutely light it up off the catch.
Double-digit score in the first quarter of that game we had earlier this year. And he steps up and helps out with a triple team there and has the ball in transition. Knocked away momentarily, and he commits the foul.
Well, it's great hustle on the part of Lawrenceburg to get the turnover. Sean Powell comes up from behind. You always tell kids, know where everybody is on the floor. Just count to yourself. You know someone's probably coming from behind.
Both coaches hit the bench early. Chip Mahaffey dresses about 8 or 9, and all will see action. We can assure you of that. Lawrenceburg with the basketball. 3-2, 7-minute mark of period 1. Little dump off down low and a shove and going to the free throw line for a couple of free throw opportunities will be Lawrenceburg's Adam Belmer.
The key in this ball game, you look at both teams are very, very quick at all 5 spots. Obviously not very big, but quickness. 10 kids on the floor, 10 kids with great quickness and ability to pass it, put it on the deck, and shoot the basketball.
Andrew Haney's first personal, the second on the team. Belmer at the free throw line, good on that first attempt. Just a little bit different atmosphere than what we've had throughout the course of the season.
Well, come on.
Not that there's nothing wrong with regular season basketball, but
this is it. A little 2-2-1 after a score, fall back to zone. Again, I tell you what, they move quickly. They get pressure on the ball out of the zone, rotate well, caused a couple of turnovers already.
Good hustle out front by Andrew Haney. Haney with the theft, almost threw it away. They'll swing it down to the corner. Baseline drive, throw it up and in traffic. Great shot by Brock Morrison.
Well, the way a senior should, coming off the bench, takes it strong. Big basket for him.
5-4 Winchester. They lead it. 6-minute mark of period one. A foul in the corner. Foul's starting to mount a bit on Lucas Wickersham, his first and the third on the team.
Well, you have two different approaches, Mark. You have man-to-man at the half court with Winchester, ball pressure, deny reversal, try to take away the passing lanes. On the other end, you've got a very active and very aggressive zone at the half court with Mike Pratt and Lawrenceburg.
5-4 your score, 6:13 left in period one. Lawrenceburg with the basketball. They trail it by one. Some trouble getting it in. Ball knocked away on the inbounds. Levi Cross there to tap it away.
Well, I mean, again, when you're inbound, think get the ball inbounds, think middle.
Sean Powell and Fair run it out high. A little behind the back pass, a little on the sloppy side, but fortunately Sean Snyder tracked it down. Snyder comes top of the circle. Fair with three.
He's off to a great start now. Not nice, easy look. Not a hand in his face. Good ball reversal.
Another foul charged against, this time, Lawrenceburg.
But you just, again, I mean, and part of this is you're just under 2 minutes into the game, Mark. Everybody's excited. They're playing as hard as they can play. You're going to make some mistakes. Those are mistakes of commission that you're all right with. You like for them not to foul where they can't score, but you like the hard work.
7-5 Lawrenceburg. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Kick in the corner. Wide open three. Yes. Levi Cross gets on the board. 8-7 the score.
Well, it's a great, it's set up by the penetration of Andrew Haney.
Nice dribble and kick. Baseline shot no good. Sean Powell misfires. In transition comes Brock Morrison. 8-7 Winchester with the basketball and the lead. Three-pointer. Morrison. No. Rebound Lawrenceburg. Fair. To Adam Belmer, the 6'3 senior. Run a bit of a weave with Seymour. Ball knocked away. Winchester, no numbers. Levi Cross slows it up a bit. Morrison forces his way in, makes the dump pass down low. Last touch by Lawrenceburg.
Well, Winchester, Mark, hangs its hat on its aggressive half-court man-to-man. You can see why. They get great on-ball pressure. They're as good as anybody around in putting pressure on the ball, quick hands, the deflections, the turnovers. They've been spreading Lawrenceburg out at the half court and been able to find some nice gaps. Haney has done a wonderful job of penetrating.
Hey, nice move to the bucket. Brock Morrison really does a nice job of finding seams inside of the paint. He has four now off the bench.
He absolutely does. The other thing he does, what a lift off the bench.
Three-pointer in return for Lawrenceburg. Tapped out long, and they'll maintain possession. Trailing by 3 at 10-7, under 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Leaping leaner in the paint, gets it to trickle through, does Jim Fair, and he has 7 of his ball club's points, and a steal. Three-pointer, deep in the well-known. Rebound to Winchester.
Well, Fair just with a great hustle. Coach Chip Mahaffey not happy, thought there should have been some contact. But you just, I think, get the sense, Mark, this is the way this ball game's going to go. The pace is going to be just like this.
Again, driving to the bucket. This time called for the offensive foul. Brock Morrison.